Well, motherfuckers, I'm here with your Elimination Chamber 2015 review. Show was pretty decent, I gotta say, but, you know, the thing is, there was a lot of fucked up shit on this pay-per-view that I'm not sure how I feel, about, really. And I think I'm really just going to start from the very beginning of the pay-per-view. Well, that's where we always fucking start. But the tag team elimination match. The teams were eliminated in a very weird fashion. You could say that they were a bit sudden, but this match was full of a lot of cool spots. There was one moment in this show, this match, I should say, where you had, Jerry Lawler speak and called JBL or Michael Cole JR. And something just clicked with me once he said JR. And I've been saying on the network, they've put out a lot of 1998 Raws. Actually, the whole fucking year has been put out on there. And I've been enjoying myself. I've been watching some fucking classic Raws from 1998. They're some of the best shows that the company's ever had. And to compare them to these shows is, well, you could say it's not fair. That's what a lot of people always say here on this channel. But, that's neither here nor there. What I want to say is the commentary. Now, I've always touched on the commentary every now and again in these reviews, and I always, express how much I fucking hate Michael Cole and how much I hate the fucking King doing commentary, especially Michael fucking Cole. Now, as I expressed here, there was a lot of great spots here. Callisto fucking climbed to the top of the fucking Elimination Chamber cage, and he fucking, splashed onto everybody. A nice fucking swanton from the top from Sin You had a lot of good spots in this match, and, Cesaro was doing some fucking cool shit, fucking superplexing Kalisto from the top, fucking, uppercuts and drop kicks, from the top rope. Some pretty cool shit, Cesaro once again proving his main event worthy status here. But anyway, I just want to talk about when there's high spots in the match, when there's hard-hitting offense, when there's greatness. It is very important. Nay, it is imperative that the fucking announcers react to the fucking match. The fuck? Yeah, this was a good match. It was. I wasn't really happy with it coming down to New Day and the fuck New Day being allowed to have all three members just not making any sense, and it coming down to the primetime players. After 3 years of inactivity from the primetime players, not being on pay-per-view for fucking 3 years and being broken up for 2, they come out of nowhere and we're supposed to care about them again. Some brainless fucking backstage skits. I've, praised Titus O'Neil for his charisma in the past, but let's get fucking real. Neither guy here is gonna be at the top of WWE. None of these guys are gonna be wearing the world title. None of these guys anyone gives a fuck about. And it comes down to them in the end. But I'm getting sidetracked. Because I just have a lot of shit that's pissing me off. Even when I enjoy shit. Come on, people. Let's admit it. Even when there's good shit, there is still stuff worthy of criticism here on this fucking show. And basically, my main gripe with this match was not the athleticism involved, was not the competitors, but the fucking commentary during the match. Show a little bit of excitement. A man just climbed to the top of the fucking chamber and dropped off it. Michael Cole doesn't say jack shit. All the King says is, Oh, that was pretty awesome, in some fucking monotone childlike voice, a fucking man-child voice, the same fucking calm tone that the King has been having since the PG era, you know, even a little bit before that. As I was watching in those Raws in 1998, the King used to get so excited, his voice used to almost get squeaky at some point, you know, because he was so excited, and it was genuine excitement. Now, not only that, but there was even exciting moments where JR would get excited, even when it wasn't that exciting, even when it downright sucked, but still, he fucking tried to get involved in the match. He tried to pretend he was enjoying it. And even still, there were still a lot of exciting moments during this match. I mean, the fucking guy climbed up to the top of the fucking cell like he was fucking Spider-Man. That was pretty fucking awesome, as the King put, in a very monotone fashion. But why the fuck is the lead commentator, Michael Cole, not getting involved in this match? He said absolutely nothing as the man risked life and limb and climbed to the top of the cage and dropped off of it. They don't fucking care? How do they expect this guy to get over if they're not even gonna fucking care or attempt at least for this guy to seem like he's exciting? And he is. Kalisto's a great athlete, so why not fucking show like he fucking matters? And the end was a bit awkward, that with the Trouble in Paradise, it wasn't even that great looking of a finish, but I enjoyed the match. I appreciated some of the, you know, more daredevil aspects of the fucking match. I'll give it 3 1/4 stars. It was decent. Then you've got the fucking Divas Triple Threat title match. Paige is returning against Naomi. And the champion, Nikki. Oh boy, won't this be fucking fantastic? And that's exactly what it was. There was one good spot during this match, and that was a fucking powerbomb German suplex combo from the top rope, which actually looked pretty fucking good. Once again, no announcer even fucking budged a fucking oral muscle to make this seem like it's exciting or that we should care. It's a big fucking spot. It's a top rope German suplex, for God fucking sakes. A move that we don't even see the guys do that much. And it was like nothing happened because no one fucking said anything. It wasn't even like they were talking about another match. It was silence! Silence, for God fucking sakes! Pretend, at least, like you're excited. It's your fucking job. Anybody could do the fucking job that fucking Michael Cole and the King are doing. JBL, you know, is alright, but even he failed to even get excited for this fucking match or spot. There was also one spot during this match where Nikki went for a fucking kick and totally fucking failed. The one cool spot, I will give it I'll give it a star. I'll be fucking generous, but she missed this fucking kick and it was horrible looking. But, alright, I'll give it a star. I'll be nice. And, you know, fucking Nikki retaining. And I have to ask, why is Nikki Bella retaining this title for so long? She's not even over. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, they could even put the belt on Brie and she would be more over because at least she does the yes chants and people recognize her as Daniel Bryan's fucking wife. So, you know, but Nikki, I don't understand. She's not talented. She's not good on the mic. She's nothing. She's got a fucking nice ass and a pair of fucking tits that can knock you fucking dead, but fuck, man. You know, she's not good. Not good. This might have been acceptable years and years ago before we saw the great shit that women could do in the ring, but this is not acceptable now. I mean, you know, doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm basically saying why she's holding on to it for this long. It's almost fucking unheard of. Then up next, it's like this matchup just fucking faded away because it was Cena and Owens. Cena and motherfucking Owens. And this match was fucking amazing. Owens won. Owens won clean with his finisher in an epic match with fucking top rope fisherman busters. Fucking Kevin Owens doing the FU with the fucking you can't see me. Fucking great counters and fucking one of the best matches I've seen in quite some time, and undoubtedly one of either guy's best match in their career. 5 stars. It was perfect. What a glorious debut for Kevin Owens. This was a beaut. I just hope that it's fucking Money in the Bank, they don't fuck it up with Cena going over or something. You know, fucking pay-per-view happening 2 weeks from another pay-per-view. So you're gonna have a pay-per-view, 2 weeks, a pay-per-view, and then another 2 weeks, another pay-per-view? What the fuck? Why are they doing this? Why not have Money in the Bank at the end of June? Or some shit like, I don't fucking get it. Why? Anyway, this was a fucking amazing match. The crowd was so into it. I don't give a fuck what the crowd thinks, but the crowd was into it. And yeah, I fucking love this match. It was just so fucking awesome. You know, anything more I'm going to say is just me just fucking praising it to the heavens. It was, Kevin Owens is amazing. And as I've always said in the past, Cena, I don't like him, but the fucking guy can have a great match when he has the right opponent. And this was no different. Then up next you had Neville, defeating Bo Dallas, and this just kind of proves why I don't really like Bo Dallas that much. It wasn't a bad match. It wasn't a great match. It was fucking Raw SmackDown quality at best. 1.5 stars. Nice DDT from Dallas. And a couple of decent moves from Neville, but really, you know, nothing too great here. Nothing too fucking great. You know, if they were gonna make this like a slice of NXT, they could have at least made it a bit more exciting. You know, at least like do a little bit more. But this just felt so fucking bland. Anyway, up next was the fucking Intercontinental Championship Elimination Chamber. And this was boring. It really was. This was probably one of the worst fucking chamber matches I've ever seen. It really was kind of bad. It wasn't, like, unbearable, but the way how this match was put together and the way how it was booked was so stupid. So, undoubtedly, the plan here was, you know, obviously Ryback ended up winning it ultimately, which, I don't understand why Ryback out of nowhere is getting such a strong reaction from the crowd. It's not like an overwhelming reaction, but there's way more people cheering for this guy than they really should. You know, really. I mean, it's like Ryback has been in this fucking company for 3 years now. 5 if you want to include his Skip Sheffield days. And really, there's nothing to this guy, you know, other than the fucking, look and all that and the muscular appearance. There's not really a whole lot. People just, I think, enjoy saying, feed me more. I mean, maybe that's it. Maybe it's like, you know, when people try to fucking make excuses for Daniel Bryan, like, oh, people just like the yes chant. They don't like him. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say the same thing about fucking Ryback. maybe they just like the feed me more chant and they don't really like Ryback. But anyway, whether you like Ryback or you don't, he's the IC champ. And what the fuck was up with them putting Mark Henry in this fucking match? I mean, Mark Henry, once again, coming out of nowhere, seemingly. Bray Wyatt wasn't doing fucking jack shit on this pay-per-view. Wasn't there. Once again. Another show, no Bray Wyatt. No show. Not a promo, not an appearance, no interference from him. Nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing from this guy. And speaking of Bray Wyatt, you know, you think that maybe they could have put Luke Harper and Eric Rowan inside the fucking tag team chamber match? I mean, come on. A great tag team like that, and they're not in the chamber, but Los Matadores is. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, they chose Mark Henry. A guy who is not over, has never truly been over, and they choose to omit someone who is very over, way more over than Ryback. Ryback may be over. I'll go ahead and just say that he is. But Bray Wyatt is 3 times more over. All those motherfuckers holding their cell phones, being the Fireflies, kind of proves it. And he gets a great reaction. And people love his matches. So, why was he not winning his first title before Ryback did? Don't get it. Don't understand it. And it was rumored that Wyatt was going to be in this match, but he was nowhere to be seen. And could this match just been any more dumb the way how it was set up? Now, any points that goes into this match is going to go towards like a couple of little spots here and there. And Ziggler trying his hardest to make this as exciting as possible, but, you know, ultimately failing. They break one of the chambers and Mark Henry comes out of it. Then the count starts to open up the next chamber like not even a minute later, letting out the next person. And then Sheamus, like, can't get out of his pod. And it was obviously planned that way. And then, like, they said he picked the lock with his fucking Celtic cross necklace. But it looked like he just bent down and the cross was, like, locking his own pod into place. But, once again, the announcers don't even really touch on what's going on here. Was he, like, faking that he couldn't get out? And why would he even need to fake to get out? Because once he got in there, you know, guys like Mark Henry and fucking Ryback were still in there. The big threats are still in there, so why would he even fake it? So, but I don't know. The announcers are really quick. Oh, did he just pick the lock with his cross? I don't know. You should know. You're the fucking commentators. Get a fucking clue. Let us know what's going on. Fucking tell the story in the match. That's exactly what I wanted to say before. You are the storytellers. Besides the wrestlers, you help us follow the story. Because if you're going to go ahead and complicate this shit more than it has to be, which is one of the big fucking gripes I have with wrestling, overcomplicating this fucking shit. It's the same thing they do with movies nowadays. They fucking complicate the hell out of it to the point where it ends up sucking because it should be simplistic, because there is greatness in certain forms of simplicity, and this should not be a fucking complicated thing. I shouldn't have to be sitting there saying, how the fuck did Sheamus get out of his pod? It's a fucking chamber match. It's a fucking wrestling match. Why should I have to think about this in such a psychological, fucked up fashion? Just tell me how he got out. What the fuck happened? What was going on here? Anyway, You know, Ryback hits like a hard power bomb and finishes him off, and you know, another anticlimactic way, and this match just felt really unfulfilling. And this was like King Barrett like fucking getting pushed, and it looked like he was really nothing more than a jobber in this match. Just another guy getting eliminated, really. And I don't know what they had planned here with Rusev. I'm kind of guess that Ziggler was probably going to pin Rusev somewhere during this match. I don't really know. Or Rusev was going to pin Ziggler, and maybe it would have came down to Rusev and Ryback. I don't know, but whatever. Anyway, like 2 stars for this match. I'm being kind to it. Then it was the main event, and it was Rollins and Ambrose. And this was a great match. It was. It started off really fucking slow. It was boring. I was rolling my eyes. I was, you know, almost nodding off a little bit. And then it really picked up, and it became a really great, exciting match. Very reminiscent of the match that we saw a couple of weeks back. And, you know, I was all for that. Great action, fast pace, good title match. And then Ambrose hit the fucking dirty deeds, and, oh, he's your new world champion. Well, not really, because then they fucking bring out the original referee, because there was a ref bump and shit. And this was kind of like old school, like, you know, the fucking fan favorite getting screwed over. And you heard the Stone Cold comparisons, and I didn't really like that. I also didn't like, you know, how the announcer was like, oh, you know, this is like not going against our corporate ways. And, you know, I can understand that talk like back in the Attitude Era, but when they start talking about corporate images during such a fucking corporate heavy era in WWE, I just don't like it. And screwjob finishes like this, it seemed a bit fresh, but like, you know, like not restarting the match, just kind of like, you know, kind of just messing with the fans. This was like a bullshit finish. Not that I didn't like it, not that I hated it, but it's like in this day and age where WWE is not good, and it's far from even being decent or passable at this point. They just can't afford to have finishes like this. During the Attitude Era, they could get away with it. They really could, because they had hot crowds and they had a lot of excitement, and they can make up for it in other ways. And, you know, there was as many non-finishes, there was enough fucking excitement. Now, just to have this screw job finish, just for the hell of having it, you know, doesn't really resonate with me. It didn't piss me off. I didn't get really, you know, like, too fucking, you know, butthurt about it, because I don't want Rollins' reign to be over. It's been a disappointing title reign. You know, I still stick by that, but anyway, you know, it's not really Rollins' fault that much. It's the fucking booking. Rollins is talented as fuck. But, you know, it's the opponents they've been giving him and the matches that they've been booking him in. And, you know, and fucking shit like this is like, you know, it's alright. I mean, it helps him, I guess, get over a little bit more as a heel, but he's already over. You know, but didn't really hate this finish too much, but I wasn't crazy about it. You know, I'd rather it just been like fucking Rollins beating Ambrose in some, you know, fucking way where, you know, he had the cheat to win. That would have been a better finish, really, overall. Because that's the thing. It's like you can't afford to have these fucking, like, non-finishes in a fucking world that's usually fucking filled with non-finishes. You know, we see all these non-finishes, and even though this non-finish is a bit different than what we're used to, really, at the end of the day, it is still a non-finish. And the environment that we're currently in wrestling, we can't afford or really stomach any more of these. And really, it didn't piss me off as much as I thought it was going to, but still not a big fan. But I still give the match like 3.5 stars. There was a lot of good fucking wrestling in here, you know, not like an amazing match, but it was pretty fucking good. So, you had one good chamber match, an amazing fucking Owens Cena match, a fucking 5-star near perfect match, and a pretty decent main event. A lot of other shit on this, and you had like 3 shitty matches. So I'll give this show like a 7.5 out of 10, bordering on an 8 just because of Owens and Cena's match being so powerful. So yeah, it was a decent show. I enjoyed it for the most part, even during the shit, I was still fucking hyped up as fuck over that Cena-Owens match. I can't stress enough how great that fucking match was. If you didn't watch the show, I recommend you at least watch that fucking match. That, and people who haven't watched wrestling in years, give that match a look. It's definitely worth your time. You could see who I hope ends up being one of the big stars in the fucking future. And since he beat Cena like that, I can only assume that WWE's got big plans for him. Just don't fuck it up at Money in the Bank. Okay, Vince? Thanks.